Guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you another 10 options video of what type of records should Cedar Point accomplish. This is my opinion of which coasters they should add for the long run and what type of records they could do with these coasters. The first option is RMC Mean Streak. Everyone wants this to happen because Mean Streak is a pretty bad ride. It's pretty rough unless you're in the front seat. And RMC Mean Streak, they can make it the longest RMC out there, the most inversions on a wooden coaster with like 4 or 5 inversions. It could have the steepest drop on a wooden coaster. There's tons of records that Cedar Point could do. Another option that's a wooden coaster type is an intimate or gravity group wooden coaster. It could be the tallest and fastest wooden coaster on the planet, like 220 feet tall, maybe even taller, I don't know. It could have the most airtime moments on a wooden coaster, beating out Voyage, and it could be the longest wooden coaster, beating Beast at Kings Island. Another option that's pretty unlikely is a launched bobsled coaster. Now, there are a few bobsleds out there, and the two main companies that have been making these bobsleds are Intamin and Mack Rides. I would love a Mack Rides bobsled at Cedar Point because they don't have a bobsled anymore. And their bobsled was an Intamin bobsled, but it'd be nice if they could get a new bobsled. It could be the world's first launched bobsled, which would give them their 4th launch coaster. It could have the steepest and longest drop on a bobsled, maybe at a 45-degree angle. It could be the fastest bobsled coaster at 50 miles an hour, maybe a little faster. And it could be the first bobsled over 100 feet because bobsleds, their average height is like 60 to 70 to 80 feet. Another option is a GCI wooden coaster. It could be the tallest, fastest, and longest GCI ever built. Another option that's very big is a polar coaster. It could be the first coaster over 600 feet because the Skyplex coaster going in Orlando in the future is going to be about 500 feet tall, maybe a little more. But they can make a polar coaster as the first coaster over 600 feet. It could be the tallest attraction in Cedar Point history. Another option is a B&M Flying Coaster. I would love a B&M Flying Coaster at Cedar Point. It could be the first flying coaster over 200 feet. It could be the tallest, longest, and fastest flying coaster. The first flying coaster to have 2 pretzel loops and 2 lift hills. Pretzel loops are like the best inversions by many, especially on these flying coasters, and having 2 pretzel loops on a flying coaster would be pretty unbelievable. The next option is an indoor roller coaster. It could be the first coaster to be indoors since the Disaster Transport bobsled coaster at Cedar Point. Another option is an SNS 4D coaster. It could be the tallest, fastest, and longest 4D coaster. Another option is a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. This coaster could break records with inversions. It could be the first coaster to feature 15 to 20 inversions. Another option is a B&M Family Invert. If this family invert were to be built, it could replace Iron Dragon and be another family coaster. It could be a lot of fun for the families. And it could be the 5th or 6th B&M built at Cedar Point, depending if they build their flying coaster first or their family invert. Now I'm going to discuss where could this coaster go. The first option I see for a new coaster going to Cedar Point is replacing Soak City and putting it in the mainland, like in Sandusky, somewhere like in Sandusky, Ohio. There's this wilderness area right here. I can imagine Cedar Point buying this land and putting more roller coasters and Soak City right here. It would be good because Cedar Point is a landlocked amusement park. I know with a B&M Flying Coaster, it would be nice if it could jet out by Lake Erie and have an interaction with Lake Erie. That would be pretty awesome for this park. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.